Today we are going to learn on how to set a PSR-E383. Those are Yamaha keyboards, and all other keyboards that are related to this, which we have the YPT-380, the PSR-EW320, and the YPT-W320. Now, these keyboards have a lot of settings that you have to know before knowing how to play it. You can still play, but when you don't know how to set it, then you have nothing to do with that. So you have to know how to set this keyboard. You have to know how to set different voices. I'm going to teach you today how to play the rhythm, or what we call the style, on this Yamaha keyboard, and what we call the main voices or the melody, and what we call the duro, the DSP, the harmony, the split. We are going to learn them today. So in this tutorial, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. We shall learn the essential guide, or the essential things known to know before playing this keyboard. So at first, when you open this keyboard, let us first switch it off. So if you switch it on, it will display something like that. It is loading. Then after there, it will bring what we call the live concert grand piano, the upper one. It is a voice. Then the down one is the style, or the one we call the rhythm. So the voice, to set the voice, you will come to this panel here, the upper one that is written the voice. We see something like the voice and all the different kind of voice. They will have the piano, the organ, the guitar, bass, the strings, and all others. So when you come here, and when you're pressing any number of these, it means you're going to different kinds of voices and where they are found. So if I go to organ, if I press organ, I will see something like that. So if I want to shift, I want to dive through the organ voices, I will come here and I dive. As I press organ, it will be changing to different organ voices within this panel. So when I go to piano, I will be pressing piano as it goes for me through all the voices that are under the piano. See that? So when I go to strings, still the same thing. So that is the way you can set the voice. Or another way that you can set that voice is by coming here and you press the shift button. After pressing the shift button, we shall press function button, whereby if you press function button, it will bring something called the num lock, the one you're seeing on the screen there, this one here, the num lock. After you pressing the num lock, it means now you can put in the number. If you know the number of that very voice that you're looking for example, if I want number 122 and I press 122, it will be like that, and it will bring that kind of voice. So any other voice, we have this maybe 5499, and where it is a whistle. So if you put in the num lock, it will now bring for you what you can now even put in the numbers, and it brings for you that kind of voice. So after knowing that, we have what we call the function button. This function button, when you press it, it will bring many different kinds of functions of this keyboard. So for you to go through all the functions, you have to press these buttons here, the plus and the minus. So when I press the plus, I will see that I'm going through all the different kinds of settings, all the functions that are in this keyboard, including the sustain, all other things. So after you knowing that, then let us also learn what we call the duro. The duro is a second voice. So when you put on the duro, when you press a duro button, we shall see something displayed like that. Duro. So that duro voice, when you put it, it is just the second voice. So it is like putting two voices together. and this is how it will sound. So there is a mellow and the dual voice together, and whereby our dual voice is, you come here to shift button and you press the dual button. When you have pressed the dual button, it will bring for you the dual voice that is there in that very time. So for you to go through the dual voices, you'll come here to the voice panel and you'll be pressing plus or minus in the same way, and you'll go through all the second voice that you want to put. They are the same voices as the main voices, but these are just the second voices. So in the same way, still you can come to the shift and you press the num lock, and when it is activated, you can also put in the number of that very voice that you want to be the second voice, the dual voice. So there we also have what we call the split voice. The split voice is the voice that it is just like isolating two voices, whereby we are isolating the main voice from other voice. So mainly the split voice is put on this side of the keyboard. At most times it is put on this side of the keyboard, then the main voice, it is displayed this side. So when you put in the split voice, it means now you're creating two voices, whereby the main voice will be this side and then the split voice will be this side. So what is a split voice? We can come here and we dive into through the split voice. For example, in some places in the world, there are some people who play what we call the bass, can play this way the melody, and at the same time bass this side. So for you to put in that, you have to use the split voice. So when I activate the split voice, you shall see it on the screen displayed at the split, and we shall press and we try, see, and we see that there are two different voices. We have the split is playing this side, as the main voice is playing this side, where we have the finger bass. So after that, we have what we call the tempo. When you want to play the tempo, so here is where we are going to talk about what we call the style. What is the style? The style is the rhythm. If you want to play a rhythm of a certain song, we use what? The style. So if we see different kinds of rhythms, we have the pop, the jazz, the rock, the Latin, the dance, and all other, the pianist. So how am I going to set my song or the style? We shall come here. There is song or style. So I will press song. When I press this, it will bring, now there we are on the song. When you press again, it will bring the style or the rhythm. So for you to select the kind of rhythm that you want, you'll also do in the same way like you did to the voice panel here. So here we shall come and we select which kind of rhythm we want. If you press this button of the rock or of the jazz or R&B, we shall see here that it will bring those rhythms of jazz. And when we want to just put in the number of that kind of rhythm that we want, we shall just come here, we shift num lock, and there we can now, it is as it is activated there, we can now come here and we put on, we want number 4-3-4-4, or maybe we want number 3. And what is 3? It is called the 20s urban. Yes. So after we knowing the style, do you want to know the song also? Song, these are just the built-in songs that come with the keyboard. So if we press song, it will display something like that. And when you want to dive through them, you can still use this same. You can use these buttons like in the same way. You can use you can still use the num lock to put in the numbers. And then if you want to play any song or the style or the rhythm, then we have this start and stop. So that it is playing. Those are the inbuilt songs. So if you want the style, if you press the style, and it will display the style on the screen. If you want to dive through the styles, you can still use these buttons here, and we see it is changing. So if you want to play it, we shall come here. We have played it. You stop, you play. Then we have what we call the main or autofill. The autofill, there is something it plays in between there before you fill to the next, the variation from A to B. So for example, when I am playing, so I want to autofill, I'll come here and I press, it will shift from B to A. So it means it was on B. So again, when you press, so it fills before it goes to the next main A or main B. Then what we call we have what we call the intro or the ending. The intro or the ending, this button, it brings the intro when you're going to play certain song. For example, when I'm going to start to play that cool 8-bit, we shall come here and we press the intro, and it will bring intro B. We have pressed the intro. When you press again, it will bring intro B. So if I want I want the intro to go to B, I will now press the start. So that is the intro. So it has now gone to B. And all other settings, the DSP, how to make the voices look better and smoother. So we are going to go all this through. Wait for part 2. May God bless you.